Fabian, belated happy birthday. How did you spend it? Did you manage to relax after Tuesday night?
Little bit, but not a lot of time to relax, because I think we have the next challenge ahead of us. Will be a tough challenge, will be a tough match, so we have to prepare the best way we can. So it was a little bit off time, but not a lot.
There's obviously the opportunity to get through to the quarterfinals. Does this make it a little bit more real in terms of how big an opportunity this is for the club and for your squad?
Yeah, for sure. The longer you are in a tournament, the closer you get to the final, to the chance where you can win something, and therefore we feel it. The atmosphere is there. It's a cup game. It's a do or die game. You have to go all in, and therefore we have to be ready physically and mentally to compete against Newcastle.
Obviously, when you look at the draw, Liverpool and Arsenal are already out. Another 4 Premier League sides will go. Does that make it maybe even bigger opening for you and for clubs like Brighton?
On the one side, for sure, when less top clubs are in the tournament, the chance is bigger. On the other side, we all know that the cups, they always have their own laws, so their own rules, so you don't know what will come next. In one game everything can happen. I think this cup tournament already proved it this season so far, so a lot of crazy results, so therefore I wouldn't say that the percentage is increasing, but chance of getting to the next round and trying to win something, or have the chance to win something, of course, is always a little bit higher if the top clubs are not there.
You've already been up to St James's Park. You sort of know what to expect in terms of an atmosphere. What about in terms of their squad and their recent form?
Yeah, impressive. So they play an impressive season. Of course, they have a very athletic, a very dynamic team. A lot of players who have a high speed number, who can run a lot, who can run a lot of meters in a fast way, and that's something special. And therefore, they can play very intense. So we have to be ready for that. And on top of that, they have the 12th man with the fans. They can support them in an unbelievable way. So it's our job to make them silent as best as possible, and this will be the challenge for us.
It's a little bit uncertain as to whether Alexander Isak will play at the weekend, but they obviously have other threats and other players that obviously, attacking-wise, can cause teams problems.
Yeah, unbelievable quality. So no matter if Isak will play or not, they have Gordon, they have Murphy, they have, for me also, their aides with Tonali, who's trying to attack the gaps in behind. Guimaraes out from the midfield, who's always a danger for the back four. They have quality all over the pitch. They can score out of every situation of the game. They're good in transition moments. They're good in set pieces. They are good in possession. So we have to be ready in every phase. We have to stay alive with set pieces. We have to stay alive in transition moments, and this will be the key for winning this game.
What about your squad? How is it looking in terms of injuries and availability? Is Lewis Dunk back? Is there any other changes to the squad?
So far, there's no other change, and hopefully it stays like this. Of course, we're looking forward that our skipper, that Lewis Dunk, will be back, but I think that the game on Sunday will be a little bit too early.
Okay. And how difficult is that balance? Obviously, you've got players champing at the bit to try and play who haven't been involved maybe in the Premier League, but obviously you want that consistency as well. How difficult a balance is that going to be for you, particularly this weekend?
Very important, I think, to find the balance of the squads who will start, because, like you said, we have some players who came back after an injury. We have some players who didn't play so much in the Premier League. We have players like Tarek, Adam, who played a lot in the past, because also we had a lot of injuries and they had to go through 2 times 90 minutes. And there are all the things where we have to control, where we have to assist, and then we will see who will play at Sunday. But the most important is that we get the most fresh team on the pitch, the most ready team on the pitch, and therefore we have to make the right choice.
Morning, Fabian. You've obviously won 4 games in 4 now after that little blip away at Nottingham Forest. Would you say this is the best moment you're in this season? Does it feel like everyone's on the same page? Does it feel like you're getting your ideas across to the players? Does it feel like there's a real positivity around the place at the moment?
For sure, when you win 4 games in a row, there's a lot of positivity in the building. There's a great atmosphere. But in general, I always try to say that we want to stay always stable and predictable in our behavior, in our work ethic, in our atmosphere, because you can't get too euphoric when you have a great run. You can't get too depressive when you don't get the results you need, because I think the most important for the players is that you always help them and give the advice no matter how the situation is. And at the moment we have the results we want, and it's important to understand now why the results came, why we are in this situation, and then we have to continue these things. So don't do less, do even more, invest more to keep the momentum, and this will be our job now, and then I'm sure that we can continue this run.
What did you change personally after the Nottingham Forest game? Because it feels like there's been a real shift and things have transformed in a real positive way.
Personally, nothing, to be honest. So for me, it's very important together with my staff that we analyze games, that we reflect our decisions, that we reflect the games and give the players an honest opinion about that. And then it's also important to listen to the players, to understand their feelings. And like I said, we have to understand what makes us strong as an individual, what makes us strong as a team. And therefore we came back a little bit to our roots. So play intense, try to outrun the opponent. So do the basic things right. The basic things, the things you can influence. And that's what we try to do. And there we are at the moment. And that's what I demand now from the players, to don't be satisfied, to do even 1%, 2%, 3% more, to do more percent in regeneration, to do maybe more percent in preparation for the opponent. So to always be ready to compete.
This football club's had so much success in the last 10 years, whether it's promotion from League Two, getting to the Premier League, Roberto De Zerbi taking them into Europe. How much would you like to put your own stamp on the club's history by maybe winning some silverware, by taking them to Wembley?
So first of all, of course, that's my job, and I always try to give everything for the club, and of course I always want that the club's the most successful we can be, and that's my job, together with my staff and the players, and therefore we try it really hard. We can promise everyone, to our supporters, that we try to give everything on the pitch and beside the pitch to make them proud. But we can't promise to win a title. So that's the thing we really have to work on. And that's the thing what we try to do in our daily behavior. And then we will see what will come in the future.
Have you had any conversations with Tony or Paul Barber about the FA Cup, about what they expect, about what they'd like to achieve?
So in general, I always know their ambition and what they want to achieve, because it's not a daily exchange, but a regular exchange where we always share our thoughts. So they don't call me particular before this game and say you have to win it. It's more regular, constantly exchange where we share our thoughts, our expectations, and therefore I know it.
And just finally for me, I know Johnny touched upon Alexander Isak. He's having a phenomenal campaign, and he's so key to the way Newcastle play and really adds to their attack. If he weren't involved, how much would that change the dynamic of what potentially the outcome of the game could be? Is he that crucial for them?
He is a special player. So of course he's a player who can make the difference, and you can't replace player like this because not every team has like 2, 3, 4 players of this quality, and therefore it is a different game if he won't play. But the thing is, now we don't know it, so we really have to prepare that Isak will start. So we have to prepare for his actions, for his behavior, how we want to defend this together as a group. So you can't gamble and say no, he won't play. So I'm sure they will try do everything to make him fit for the game, and we have to be ready for that.